All right, hi y'all. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a little bit more about chaos to calm or chaos to Christmas. So we are 100 days away from Christmas as of today when I'm filming. That is wild, and the time just goes by so darn fast. So, like I said in the last video, I'm going to be either doing bi-weekly or monthly updates of where we're at and what the plan is going forward. You guys seem to really like this, especially over on TikTok and Instagram when I shared this. And so you can find this long form video here, but also there will be little blips and short form videos on my socials. So make sure you follow them. It's at Choosing Simplicity on TikTok and Instagram. All right, so let's get into it. So we're 100 days until Christmas. So I'm gonna share first what I have done and then what I plan to do in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And what I have done is I have purchased all of the items that are from myself and my husband for our daughter, Polly, for Christmas for her stocking. So I've done all of her stocking and I've done 3 of her gifts. So as I mentioned in the last video, which if you didn't check it out in the cards, I'll have it posted. But we do between 10 and 12 gifts for the kids, depending on what they're asking for, what's on their wish list. And that feels comfortable for our family. Sometimes we do like a whole family gift as one of them, and it just kind of depends. I think this year we're just gonna stick to individual gifts rather than doing a whole family gift, but we'll see. This time around, what I have done is I have done the stocking stuffing. I got a couple things for the boys' stocking, so that felt really good. And I reached out to our photographer that we like to use, and she's going to do minis, and she's going to release those dates in October. So come October, I'll be able to book that and have that ready. The other thing that we did to lead us in the right direction is I went to a thrift store. It's called Once Upon a Child, and I purchased my son a really cute polo shirt for very little. I think I paid like $2, $3, I can't remember. But we got him something that he will wear. He said that he will wear it. And so I was able to purchase that. I've already picked out something for my eldest son to wear for our pictures. So now I just have to worry about myself and Polly and probably a shirt for my husband. So we're in good shape. I'm trying to use the things that we either have or find things and, you know, be thrifty about it. So I don't want to be purchasing like hundreds of dollars worth of clothing just for one photo. But typically what I do is the outfit that we wore for the photos is like their holiday outfit. Like that's what they wear when we go to somewhere nice for either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. The next thing that I wanted to share is what I plan to do next. Now, what I did do that I mentioned in the last video last time, and I don't know if I'll go over every time like what I did and what I didn't do, but just know that if I don't mention it, I did it or I added it to my to-do list for the next 2 to 3 weeks. So don't harp on the to-dos, just move to shift. That's why you're starting to plan so early, because it's going to give you that flexibility in your time to where you're not going to have to sit here and be like, oh, I have to get this done. If it doesn't feel right, if that overwhelms you, just move it to the next week, move it to the next month if you want to. You have enough time to make those kind of adjustments. So I started to look at the events around our local area, and the ones that I could buy tickets for, I will, but nothing has been released yet. So we're good. The other thing that I am going to do leading up to Christmas and for the next probably 2 to 3 weeks, honestly, probably from here until Christmas, I'll be doing this, but I plan to do declutters at the beginning. At this part of planning, I start to declutter. So I start to declutter closets and their bedrooms and the playroom, because I am a big proponent of mass in, mass out. So you know that you're going to be receiving things and you're going to want a place for those things. So I really like for the kids to have that practice of going through their things, seeing what they haven't used, what they haven't utilized, and either selling it and profiting off of it or giving it away, you know, whatever works. So what we did was we went through all of their closets, all of their clothes closets, all of their shoes, and kind of made inventory of the things maybe we would want and the things that we needed. And that felt really good. And decluttering and making space and minimizing the clutter really helps to declutter your brain for the holiday season. I mean, we host, we have sleepovers, we do a lot, and sometimes we even have family in town. So I really like to declutter and minimize that stuff in order to really enjoy the season. Now, in the same vein of decluttering, I also start deep cleaning. So right now, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm gonna be going through my cabinets in my kitchen, and I'm gonna be like doing a deep dive into decluttering and cleaning them out, taking out any platters that I plan to use in the next couple months, because we also have Halloween and Thanksgiving and a birthday and Christmas. So that way I can kind of take inventory, see are there any things that I've really needed to purchase, maybe things broke, and make sure that I'm not over purchasing or that I have the things that I really want or need. And I just kind of do that, and I clean out everything, and I make sure that every 6 to 9 months I'm really going in and dusting all of our cabinets and stuff in the kitchen. I mean, that is probably the most used space, so it does require that deep cleaning. Other thing that I like to do is go into the bathroom closets and go through my linens and make sure that I have fresh linens. And do I need new towels in order for, you know, when we have guests over or anything like that? So I'll be making inventory of that so that it's not all left to December when I feel like I am just hemorrhaging money and doing all the things. I'm able to say, okay, at least all those things are done and I can enjoy the things that are to come. Okay, so then once I have worked on that decluttering, now this is a constant thing. I'm not saying that I'm just gonna get this done in the next 2 weeks. Heck no. That is something I'm just beginning. So I even started that last week, and I'm gonna continue to do little by little. That doesn't mean you're just gonna go through and you're gonna do it all in one day. I'm saying I'm gonna choose a cabinet and I'm gonna do that, or I'm gonna choose a drawer and I'm gonna do that. I find that if I try to just like do it all at once, it's very overwhelming, and I tend to not do it if it feels super overwhelming. So I'm just saying, grab a drawer. You know, if you have 10 minutes, grab a drawer and declutter it and clean it out. You know, take everything out, dust it off, make sure that all the things that are in there are useful and clean. And if not, put it through the wash. You know, things like that that just become habitual, where you're just decluttering in micro doses. So it's really nice. I really enjoy that, and it has been very effective for me. The other thing I'm gonna do in the same vein is go through all of my china and stuff. I do typically like to use my china during the holidays, so I need to go through it though, and I'm staring at the cabinet that it's in, and I need to dust and declutter it a little bit. I probably need to get rid of some things that did break last season or the 2 seasons ago, and I haven't gotten to fix it. And if I haven't by now, I'm just not going to. So I need to let those things go. But declutter in micro doses really works like a charm. The other thing that I am going to start doing now is really hammer down and sit down and think about the gifting. I typically host the sibling gift exchange, the Secret Santa one for our Christmas party, and then for my siblings. So I need to see, what am I wanting to host? What did I enjoy hosting? What doesn't feel like a lot and I really love to do? Kind of sit down and figure out, okay, what am I gonna host? What are the things? And if there's any kind of gifting that is involved, start to think about budgeting for those gifts. If you don't have the money in the budget, then what are some homemade gifts that you can make? All right, and the last thing that I wanted to share is kind of special to my family, but obviously if you have a business or social media presence or something, start planning out your content. That can feel very overwhelming when it comes time and you're trying to juggle so many things. So what I start to do around this time is start to plan my content, start to kind of crank out those thoughts, because it all just, you know, ends up overwhelming you if you wait till the last minute. The other thing that we do is we make seasonal bucket lists. We make a fall bucket list and we make a winter bucket list. So we need to get on our fall one and we need to make our winter one. So those are the 2 other things that we're going to be doing as a family, is kind of coming up with those items. And we usually choose about 5 things that we are very important to our family, and we try to get them done so that we're on tradition, because time goes by so fast. And especially as your kids are getting older, there are things that just are held so near and dear to their hearts. So the bucket list really helps our family, because then everybody gets a say Everybody gets to, make sure that we are doing the things that are important to the kids and to us. And, those things involve, pumpkin patches or pumpkin carving or pumpkin painting or corn mazes or, for Christmas, a Grinch party or a Christmas tree decorating and stuff like that, seeing Santa, doing the Polar Express, fun things like that. So if you start to plan now and really make sure that you know exactly what's like the top 3 things that your kids want to get done, then if you start early, typically you can make it happen, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I never want to be overwhelming. I want you to look at this as just a blueprint of what you possibly could do and just take what works for you. This is never meant to be a video or information that is to overwhelm. It's just to inspire you and to help you and help me to not feel overwhelmed during the holiday season, because it is meant to be fun and joyful. And so many times, because we don't pre-plan, we end up just having to do it all at the last minute, and it feels very overwhelming and it's very expensive. So this is just to kind of help you. It helps me tremendously to do these kind of things and to break it up into little increments. So I hope it's helping you guys. Leave me some comments below. What are some things that you do 100 days until Christmas? I would love to hear them. I love getting your ideas. You guys are so incredible. So many of you guys some of y'all have finished your Christmas shopping, which is astounding to me. I aspire to be like you. That would be glorious. But I feel like I'm kind of like type A, B, even C. And so I'm a little bit of everything. 1 week I will be on it and I'll be doing the things, and then the next week I will have forgotten everything. And I guarantee you that is happening as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this. See you next time. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're doing, and love your faces. Bye, y'all.